I'm now going to cover the topic of the terrestrial functionality on this meter. So remember, effectively this meter can be used for satellite, terrestrial, and because it's a T2 tuner, actually for cable as well. But in this video, we're just going to cover the whole topic of terrestrial. So I'm going into the Find menu here. So what I'll do here is I've just got the main menu chosen, and we'll come down as far as the terrestrial installation. Now, interestingly, if I had chosen satellite installation before this, when I choose the terrestrial, it'll actually say changing tuner. It'll take about 5 seconds to come up on the screen. Here we'll say the default region is normally China. I've just chosen the UK here. Ireland, that interesting, is not on the list, but it's not irrelevant because it's just searching basically for UHF bands, and that's all that it needs to search for. So what we're going to do at this point in time is, if we want to come along, we want to do a search. Well, we could do a blind search, and the significance of that is I simply hit the red button here, and it's going to check all of the UHF spectrum. So from channel 21 all the way up to channel 49. It'll work through each one. It's going to tell me failed here, failed. It'll keep going through, and as it finds one, channel 23 actually is a local transmitter here, so it's picking up certain SareView channels there, etc. So this is a pretty laborious way of doing it, and I'm going to exit out because, you know, if you're arriving in an area for the very first time, this might be an interesting way to do it, or if you had no access to a SareView map in your area. But what you'll probably be doing is you'll be using the TP functionality on it, where you actually come along and you specify what you're actually searching for. So you can do it by channel, and if I do it by channel, I can come down along here, and I come in here, and I'll say, I'll just go up here, and I'll choose channel 21, we're finding no signal, so it's failed there. I can just arrow over as far as 22, once again a failure, but 23, it'll pick up, and it's quite good there. And what we'd obviously be doing at that point, if we had an aerial connected, we would be swinging the aerial and trying to increase these levels here. We could have the F3 button turned to beep, so it's actually, it would be, oh, that'd be in satellite, but it would be actually indicating how strong the signal is. So you can just be looking on this particular one like that. The other way of doing it is, we could actually just come along and enter directly in the frequency we'd be interested in. So we can come down here as far as frequency, and then we could manually enter the frequency that we'd be interested in. So, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to come along and I'm going to come down as far as frequency. If we're entering it here, you'll see there's no arrows left and right. You'll actually have to enter the data in directly. So what I'll do here is I'm just going to come down, choose it by channel. I'm going to go up as far as channel 26, which I know is MUX2 and the local transmitter. And we have reasonable signal there. And what I can do here is I can just do a scan and see what comes in on that. And you'll note this time it's gone directly to 1. It's pulling in RT1, UTV, etc. UTV Ireland. So what we'll do here is we can just exit all the way out, or just bring us back to the main menu. And what we'll see here is all the channels we've just tuned in will be listed there. So we can just do a list here, and we'll just scroll directly through the different ones. And it's pretty well there, okay? So we could sort that and things like that. We could actually pre-set up this and put it in a particular order on it. So what we could do is we could have a certain option there on it in terms of, what do you call it? We could have them pre-programmed for a certain transmitter, and we could have a better idea then, just flick it on and make sure the channels are working from the very start. And that's once again sort of the set-top functionality on it. If we came along here and we weren't happy at all with what we have found, what we could do here is, just go to the information sheet here for instance. What we can do is, we want to go and find a new setup. We'll just go to menu here, arrow over as far as system, come along, and what we can do here is just go into default settings, and once again we'll delete all the channels off the list. So we just come along, we select yes, and that's it. So that's an overview of the terrestrial functionality on this particular meter.